Are you interested in selling on Amazon but are not sure what business model to go with? Private label, dropshipping, or wholesale? If you are still confused about what these terms even mean, that's totally fine, because in this video, I'm going to share with you what they are, their pros and cons, so that you can make the best decision for yourself when it comes to making passive income. Before we dive deep into each business model, there's a very important concept to understand. When it comes to selling products on Amazon, there are basically two fulfillment options: fulfillment by Amazon, or FBA, and fulfillment by merchant, or FBM. With Amazon FBA, which is the business model I primarily talk about on this channel, you have Amazon handle your storage and order fulfillment, meaning that you ship the inventory directly from the manufacturer to the Amazon warehouse to let them handle the rest. On the other hand, with FBM, you or a third party handle your storage and order fulfillment. Amazon private label and wholesale fall under the FBA category, while dropshipping falls under FBM. Next, I will share with you exactly how each of these business models work, and later I will provide the in-depth pros and cons of these methods to help you choose the one that suits you best. First of all, how does dropshipping work? This is a business model that's commonly mistaken with Amazon FBA. Dropshipping is basically an e-commerce method where the seller takes orders on behalf of a manufacturer, distributor, or supplier. Then, when a supplier buys the product, the seller uses their supplier to fulfill their orders. The process could look something like this. First, a customer purchased the product you've listed on Amazon. Second, once the order is purchased and you've received your funds, you then purchase the products directly from the supplier and give them the customer's shipping information. Finally, with the buyer's information, the supplier sends the product directly to the customer. You see, you never get to touch your own products or buy inventory before you're ready to make sales. You are essentially selling a supplier's products through your Amazon listing. The main differences between dropshipping and Amazon FBA is that with Amazon FBA, you already own the inventory and are using Amazon's fulfillment network to handle your orders. If you're selling private label products, for example, you will place an inventory order up front with the supplier and send that bulk order to an Amazon FBA fulfillment center. Before I move on to the next part of the video, I wanted to let you know that I'm hosting a free masterclass very soon to teach you exactly the framework to a $10,000 per month Amazon FBA private label business. Even if you don't have a ton of money to invest, don't know what products to sell, or are brand new to e-commerce, the masterclass is happening very soon, so I highly recommend you to snag your spot right now via the link in my description box. Next, let's talk about Amazon FBA, starting with wholesale. Wholesale is a business model where you as a seller purchase branded products from manufacturer, supplier, or distributor to resell to customers, such as popular consumer electronics, kitchenware, or even popular toys. The process usually looks like this. You as a seller find a high demand product to sell, source the product from the brand, manufacturer, or distributor, list the product for sale on the brand's existing Amazon listing. Multiple sellers list their offers on the listing to win the buy box, and whoever wins the buy box gets the sale from the customer. Wholesale sellers are usually required to get a wholesale license and a sales tax permit. These two will allow you to purchase products tax-free and to collect sales tax on your state's behalf. What separates Amazon FBA wholesale from private label is that wholesalers buy and resell existing branded products, while private label sellers create their own branded products to sell on Amazon. That means wholesalers do not necessarily need to create new product listings. Instead, they add their own offer to an existing product listing. However, private label sellers must create their own product listings. Although it might sound like dropshipping and wholesale are easier to do, next I will actually tell you why there could be some major concerns with these business models compared with private label. So how exactly does Amazon FBA private label work? Private labeling for Amazon FBA means you sell existing products of your choosing under your own private brand on Amazon. After studying a market and validating a product, you then work with the supplier to manufacture your branded product in bulk, then send the product directly to Amazon. And when a customer places an order, Amazon ships the product to the customer in 1 to 2 days. Launching your own branded product on Amazon is actually one of the most profitable ways to sell products online. That's what makes it so popular. According to a recent Amazon seller report, 59% of Amazon sellers use the private label business model, followed by 26% of them being wholesalers and 10% being drop shippers. Creating your own branded product might sound complicated, but it's actually pretty easy in practice. You don't need to reinvent the wheel or develop a brand new concept. You simply need to use a product research tool such as Helium 10 to find an existing winning product and put your own twist on it. Next, I will share with you my honest opinions of each method. You might hear a lot of people preach dropshipping as the way to get rich overnight, but it's actually not as easy as it sounds in reality. The main cons with dropshipping that will make it very hard for you to build sustainable passive income are high competition, slow delivery times, and little to no control over product quality. It is extremely competitive because it requires almost zero startup costs. You don't need to spend any money to order products in bulk to start, but this also means literally everybody can start a dropshipping business. Therefore, this extremely low barrier of entry makes the market insanely competitive. The slow delivery times are due to the fact that the products are shipped directly from the manufacturer, most of the time overseas or in China. This usually takes 2 to 3 weeks minimum. My boyfriend actually got me a Christmas gift from this site, which I'm pretty sure is a dropshipping brand. He even paid extra for priority shipping, which was supposed to take only 1 week according to the company, but it ended up taking 3.5 weeks to arrive. The most detrimental disadvantage of dropshipping, I believe, is actually very minimal control over your product quality. The reason is that the products you're selling are directly shipped from the manufacturer or the supplier, and therefore there's no way for you to ensure the quality of the product. As someone who's gone through product inspection and had issues before, I know how common it is for the supplier to overlook product quality just to save time or money. Product quality and customer reviews are critical for your Amazon success. That's why I believe that although dropshipping sounds easy, it is not the most ideal business models for most people. With wholesale, on the other hand, you take a lot more ownership of the product and can ensure the quality and fast shipping since it's fulfilled by you yourself or Amazon. However, one big disadvantage with wholesale is also the competition. You will need to do extensive research and invest in products upfront, just like private label, but later you're faced with much higher competition. Since you are only putting offers on existing product listings instead of creating your own, and almost all the listings on Amazon will have multiple sellers, the only leverage you have is price, and it can sometimes become a race to the bottom. Another concern I have with wholesale is that since you are reselling other brands' products, you will need to be approved by the brand. This includes a lot of cold calling or emailing various companies asking to open up a wholesale account so that you can resell their products on Amazon. That to me is just another block to actually owning your own business that can bring you sustainable passive income. In comparison, Amazon FBA private label is a much more ideal business model for building long-term wealth. Yes, it requires more capital and maybe a little bit more effort to set up at the beginning, but if you are someone who's ready to build an online business that can consistently generate you passive income and buy you freedom, I just say Amazon FBA private label is the best method. First, Amazon FBA private label is more profitable. The reason is that you are sourcing products directly from a manufacturer or supplier. Your costs are much lower than if you are reselling products from other brands or buying one product at a time when drop shipping. There is no middleman, which means you're getting your inventory at the lowest price possible. Yes, with the convenience of fulfillment by Amazon, there's some costs, but because you're getting the products at such lower price, even with the Amazon fees, most Amazon FBA private sellers have profit margin that range from 25% to 40%. Personally, my profit margin last month was 30% after Amazon PPC costs. Another beneficial part with Amazon FBA is that you have control over your product quality and Amazon listing. Unlike dropshipping or wholesale, you're the owner of your brand, so you get to improve the product to stand out and generate even more sales. If you are reselling other brands' products with Amazon FBA wholesale, you will need to compete over the buy box with other wholesalers. If your offer is not in the buy box when a customer makes the purchase, then the sale will not go to you. With private label, since you are the sole owner of the product listing, 100% of the time you get the sales. All in all, if you're only looking to make a bit more pocket money and are not ready to invest in inventory, then dropshipping and wholesale might be the way to go. However, if your goal is to build a sustainable passive income stream, have more freedom, and are ready to invest at least $3,000, I believe Amazon FBA private label will give you the best return on investment. If you're interested in starting the Amazon FBA private label business, I actually have a lot of videos on my channel that are dedicated to helping you get started, so be sure to subscribe. If you are ready to start and want to accelerate your results, I'm hosting a free masterclass soon to teach you the 3-step framework to a $10,000 per month Amazon FBA private label business. Even if you don't have a ton of money to invest, don't know what products to sell, or are brand new to e-commerce, the spots are very limited, so if you're interested, I highly recommend you to snag your spot right now via the link in my description box. Now, at this point of the video, if you are interested in learning what does a $1 million product look like and how much profit the seller actually gets to take home every month, then I highly recommend you to watch this video next. Alright, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.